This video will explain who has won the prizes in the Mini-Me giveaway. All up, there are 20 winners. The prize pool has been expanded because there were so many entries and so many of them are worthy of a prize. I'd like to thank all those who entered this giveaway for doing so, and along the way we were seeing toys and models that we rarely ever see. And it was amazing to see what was coming out of people's closets to assemble Thomas collections. 17 winners can choose from the items that I will be showing next. The information area of this video will have a listing of all the people who have won. There'll be instructions there how to contact me so I know where to send the prizes to, and please do not put any personal information in the comments area of this video. Okay, now it's time for a big toy show and tell. Well, in what many people will see as a fairly radical move, what I'm going to do is let the winners, and there are quite a few of them, of the Mini-Me giveaway, choose the prize that they want. And I'm going to do this because, well, I've got a lot of stuff, as you can see, and that way the people will get stuff that they like. A lot of this stuff I got because I needed a prop when I was doing a video, and I like to stockpile a bit of stuff if I see it at a good price. And I'll take it over to the other table and we'll look at it piece by piece because I'll have a few words to say about some items as well. I've also got a tub load of Chuggers stuff, and I got this stuff mainly because I can pick these up for, amazingly, $5 a piece. And the die-cast ones, while here, you can pick these up for $2 a piece, which is an amazing price for that toy. I've also got a whole bunch of Lego stuff, so maybe if you're not interested in Chuggers or Thomas, you might like something Lego-ish. And there's also a whole bunch of stuff I never got around to doing reviews about. Maybe you like this as well as an option. It's just amazing how much of this stuff is stacked up. I'm a little bit surprised myself and also a little bit embarrassed. This is the selection of interactive chuggers that I've got. If you like Chuggington, please let me know which one you like. And first in, best dressed. Okay, what I've got in the Chuggington diecast range, and you guys will know the character names far better than me, I'm sure. I've got some twin packs there, got some doubles and trebles of some of them. I've got some special ones. There's Coco of Bubbles going along, there's a Brewster with Fire, and there's Action Chugger. Yeah, it was sometimes I saw these for $2 a pop. You know, I never saw a Thomas Take and Play ever for $2 a pop, and $2 is about the same price as a Hot Wheels car. This is a bit of Trackmaster stuff that I have on offer here. There's Boko Hero, Iron Harry and Iron Bert, and Toby, and there's a bit of a ring in there. We all know who that is, and it's the all-metal powered wooden Thomas. And that little chap there is becoming rather an infamous little toy. Next up is a collection of Take Along and Take and Play, and I'm sure everyone will know these characters. Some of these are older stock, so they're take-alongs. And there's a duck there. My son loves duck. It's interesting, he's not in the recent episodes, but he's right in the duck. There's Spencer, and there's the two styles of hero. Diesel. Jeremy, that's a fantastic model, that one. And up the end, there's a ring in. It's the Mega Bloks Percy. I bet you there's no takers for that. And it's interesting with the take-along stuff, what I noticed was when take-and-play stuff started to come in, there was a price dump and they got rid of all of this older stock, and that's why I've ended up with a fair bit of it. I'm pretty sure there'll be stuff here which will be snapped up real fast. Just got that feeling about it. You guys know I do a lot of toy reviews on YouTube, and I end up with a lot of toys that I basically buy just as props in the video. I don't give them to my children. Their house is cluttered with toys as it is. If you're at all interested in Star Wars, you will probably enjoy this toy a lot. And there's only two of them, so it's going to be, as usual, first in, best dressed. Just as a bit of a curiosity, in Kmart Australia, I purchased that for about $20. Right beside it is something else that I purchased in Kmart for $20. Now, which one would you buy? I think I know which one I'll be going for. I'll be going for that pack there. That is a fantastic pack. Well, I'm sure you're going to recognise these. I used these as props in a very recent toy review. It's a Take and Play pull and zoom range. I've still got the prices on there, and these are unopened and mint in box. And what I like to do is, if I'm giving toys out, I always give them out as mint in box, unopened. I don't hand out second-hand stuff unless I say it's second-hand. I think from memory I was classing this as a bit of a luxury Thomas to have. I'm not sure how many people picked up on this style of Thomas, but I have seen him in quite a few videos getting about on YouTube already, so maybe it's a popular one. There's a bit of a curious thing that I found in the shops as well, some Thomas and Friends bubble mix. Well, it's another stray away from Thomas stuff. I was going to do a review on these toy cars, but I've decided against it, so I'm having them up in the prize pool to the Mini-Me contest. Oops, giveaway. And what you can see is in front of you, and there's also some Connects motorbikes there again. I never reviewed those. They're up for grabs. Maybe if you are interested in grabbing some of these Mario toys, I'd like to see a review pulled on it. I'm a bit curious about how tough these are. Got a bit of a funny thing about toys related to games. I've got 2 of these Thomas starter sets, and that's really all I have to say about that. If you know what I get up to on YouTube, you will understand I've got a lot of time for the Pez Toys, particularly the Pez Thomas range. It is absolutely excellent, one of the best little Thomases you can pick up. What I'm going to do is I'm going to sprinkle these through the prize recipients. I don't know if I can sprinkle it through everyone, but you might get a little surprise when you receive your prize. I've got 3 of these twin pack book sets to give away. Basically what it is, it's the old classic Thomas the Tank Engine story and a more modern one, done as a double banger. I've just done some reading. It's the classic story, the old one, the Thomas the Tank Engine, and also it's got Thomas the Jet Engine and Thomas James and the Red Balloon. These are unopened, they still have their plastic wrapping on the outside, and I've sort of forgotten how I ended up with these books. And there's a bit of a siding just on the subject of books. This is the book that my son loves to look through. It's his Thomas book, and he's stuck stickers on here. I'm not sure, he's got a sticker of a minifigure over Thomas's face, but it's a book that I go through with him at night, and he doesn't know how to read, but he likes to look at the expressions and the emotions on the trains. There's actually something that I've noticed in this book that's going to surprise people. Now look very carefully at that picture. Look very carefully at that picture. You notice anything familiar there? You know, there's a saying, history never repeats. Well, I think I've got evidence that it does. Well, I'm off on another bender. You can tell what this is. Of course, it's Lego. I've got a little bit of Star Wars stuff, a little bit of Police City stuff, and a little bit of creo up the end. Also got some boxes up the top here. This is a great little minifigure collection, that one. That was a really, really good set. I don't know why I've ended up with so many of them. I think there's 5 of them all up. And also, running down the bottom, let's tilt the camera. I've got some Ninjago stuff. Again, it was mainly bought for being a prop in a video, and they've never been opened or tampered with. So, if you like a bit of Lego, that's what's up for grabs. And let's not forget there was a little bit of creo there as well. Maybe if you pick this up, you can do a tiny review on this stuff and tell us what it's like. The next in line in this showcase is the Shake Bridge. This is a set which is fantastic. It's a Trackmaster set. And what was very interesting about this set, in the country where I reside, it was in the shops for $29. On special, it was a Kmart special thing. And a Thomas all by itself is $20, so for $9 more, you're getting this fantastic set, which sets up this crazy action where Thomas, or whatever trains you put on it, will crash or roll off the track, and it's fantastic. My son absolutely loves this set. My only criticism of this set is it should come with a Thomas with a face like that, and I know Thomas do faces like that because I've seen them on other models. And because I can, here's some examples of that face. And that's one thing that Trackmaster set is missing. It needs that I'm in trouble face. If I get more requests than 4 for this set, I will run down to my local Kmart and I will see if they've got more in stock. I do notice that they are getting rid of all of this older Trackmaster stock, and there's a bunch of it there at the right price. Down on the table there is a proverbial smorgasbord of toys. Again, a lot of this stuff was bought as props in videos. Some of it is custom made. There's a whole bunch of minifigures. Even though I've got a really good way of determining what's in a bag, I still make mistakes. And at $5 a pop, that's an expensive bunch of mistakes there. Actually, let's count it. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, $60 worth of making a mistake on what's inside the bag. Yes, I make mistakes, I will admit it. There's also the USB drives that I use as props. Either you can ask them, if nobody wants these, I will sprinkle these in amongst the prize pool. I've also got some custom stuff that I've made that I'm going to give away. I'm sure everyone's going to be asking for one of these, and that's this one. There's a SpongeBob, and there's a USB drive in the bottom of him. It's all Pez stuff there. There's a Thomas, and also, again, this will be a popular one. I might leave these as a sprinkle in to a few surprise winners. It's the Hex Bugs and Pez Thomas combination. Also got some Hex Bugs there to throw into the pool. Maybe you'd like a Hex Bug. Just say, hey, can I have one of those Hex Bugs? And I'd really much prefer that you guys have this stuff. It only collects dust here. It just lays in boxes, cluttering up the place, and it'd be far better off to send it off to people who deserve it and appreciate it. And now for something totally different, I'm going to throw in as a bit of a surprise and a splash thing amongst the winners. I don't know if I've got enough for all of them. A stretching Catapult chicken. They were $1.50 at my $2 shop, and surprisingly these little cheap toys are sometimes the best fun in life. You're going to love those stretching Catapult chickens if one is packed in your prize pool. Well, I'm right up nice and close to one of my favourite Thomas toys, and I like this set because you get Percy and you get Kevin, and it's a great little theme set, and where I live they're quite inexpensive, and I say that, they're $20. You can go in and buy an individual character for, I don't know, $9, $10, maybe if you're paying $15 you're paying too much, but it makes one of those sets fantastic. If I pull back, you'll see what I've got to offer here. Just going back, there's a little take and play set there in the middle at the top, which is a bit of a ring in, but I'll go around and we'll look at each one of these. There's the Rocky Search and Rescue. There's old Salty's Catch of the Day. That's a nice little set. You get some great cargo in that one. Of course, we've already seen Kevin to the rescue. There's two of each of those as we've been going along. Two more of Thomas at the Fair, and what's really nice is in a lot of the times in these sets, look at that. You get a nice little custom Thomas, and that's something that we all want in life. We want little different Thomases all the time. And you're thinking, well, these toy giants, if they get their act together, we should be getting that, you know, every special set should have a special Thomas. Well, that's my theory. Going up, I've got one more of those. Somehow I've got 3 Thomas at the fairs. And there's Thomas Hard at Work. And again, he's a special one. He's all dirty, although it's very subtle. The dirt, you can't see it through the plastic. Nevertheless, these are fantastic sets. The Thomas at the Farm is the ring in the middle. I don't think there's anything special about the Thomas on that one. It's just a stock standard Botox Thomas. Anyway, I'm sure they're going to be popular in the prize pool, and that's what's on offer there. Well, it never seems to stop. The next one along is another toy that I bought a lot of. I was going to do a review of all these, and then I decided not to. And well, but basically because I saw so many people putting up videos about these, and I thought I won't add to the fog, but there was one that I did. I went in and I did Diesel 10. I bought a number of Diesel 10s, and I compare that Diesel 10 to a earlier take-along version, and it's very interesting of the changes and also the things that haven't changed. And I won't say any more on it, I'll leave it at that. Let's have a look at what I've got here. I've got the talking caboose, sorry, musical caboose. I've got the troublesome trucks. I've got Emily, that's a lovely model, that one. You don't see many people with Emily. I've got the effervescent Toby. I've got the very cranky and angry Spencer. James, Diesel, of course Diesel 10. Well, you know who that is. And Gordon. It's interesting with these toys. I gave my son a talking Thomas, and I gave him a talking Diesel 10. I didn't want his taken plays to all start talking. I was a little bit curious to see how much he actually plays the talking button. And what I noticed with my Thomas is, I mean, the novelty of it talking and chugging along as you push it was, well, the novelty. He went back to his he's got his favourite Thomas. I think every kid has their favourite Thomas. He went back to his favourite Thomas and he left the talking one just, well, on the bottom of the box. It wasn't played with. But what I'm finding is, he's got a talking Diesel 10. He loves the talking Diesel 10. He just loves it. It doesn't make a chugging sound or a diesel sound. Oops, diesels don't chug, they go. But it's got this light up feature in the cabin. I'm not sure whether you'll see it. It might be a bit bright here. It's a bit of a... There it is. It's a bit of a faint. He loves the red light. Pinchy's got a bit of a ratchet sort of action to it. He loves the talking Diesel 10, but he never latched on to the talking Thomas, even though when you push that along it makes a chugging sound. And on that chugging sound, I've heard a few people say, wow, you notice there's a very important character missing here, and that's Percy. I never found Percy. I saw Fiery Flynn, but he's a fail in my book, so I just didn't pick him up. But people tell me that Percy, when you push Percy along, it doesn't chug. And that's sort of interesting. I think you push Diesel along, he makes like there's like a crunching, grating sound as if he's running over metal. But if you push Diesel 10 along, there's no sounds. So the sound aspect of them, which I thought was one of the clever things in these toys, seems to be in some models and missing in others. Don't get me wrong, these are really nice toys. It's great having stuff talking, but what I noticed is, let's say with the interactive chuggers, both my children neglected to push that button after a little while. The novelty of them talking soon wore off. There is one here that I quite like, and I like it because it's more of something you'd attach to another trainer. It will work on anything, is this one. And if I was doing the review about it, I would let you listen to the sounds. And if I was doing a review on these, I would also say something like this. Well, it comes with one of the rocking troublesome trucks. The talking one's a little bit elongated, but I like it because you can attach it to anything else that you've got, and it's got a talking feature, and it sort of really ties into the character of the show, and that's one that I would highly recommend if you can find it. I found it quite difficult finding that one, I'm assuming it's quite popular. Okay, so you've got a grand view on what's on offer here. I'm doing something a little bit differently. It's a bit dangerous because this may cause a giant fight over stuff, but I'm going to be the person who ends up deciding who gets what. Please don't be greedy. Please choose very carefully in what you need and think about, well, what will suit what I've got best. And that's sort of what it's about. I think the best person to decide a prize is actually yourself. Because quite often I might send something out and people go, oh, I've just landed this and, well, I don't have any of that other stuff, so what am I going to do? Oh, I can go and sell it on eBay, I suppose. But I actually prefer prizes to be kept by the prize recipients because that's what it's all about. And the other thing that's different is because I'm doing it this way, where you get to tell me what you like, it's going to be a bit of a mystery to everyone else what people receive. So maybe, and I'm not asking you to do this, this is a maybe, if you'd like, make a little video, a review of what you receive so everybody can see what has come from me to you as a thank you for doing a nice entry in the Mini-Me giveaway. And remember, it's not just Thomas stuff, there is Lego here, there is some Mario stuff here, and there's a little bit of Star Wars-y stuff here as well. And I suppose some of you are wondering, wow, where did all those wooden sets that you used in your 7 wooden railway review go? Well, there's a bit of a story behind those. I was trying to pick off, well, let's say a certain place or places for those to land to. What I found was a lot of the institutions were actually very picky. They would prefer a cash donation. They weren't interested in what they classed as used toys, even though these toys had been brought out of the box just once and put back in. So, look, I was trying for about 6 months to offload these toys to, well, certain places. I'm not going to name these places. In the end, I did a bit of lateral thinking and I thought, wow, the charity shop down the road has been so good to me. So good to me in finding collectible Thomases. I thought the most logical place for a lot of this wooden stuff to go is to that charity shop, and it will go to the needy people in my community. So charity starts at home, well, that's where those sets have gone. And also, don't forget, I almost forgot myself, there's all that chugger stuff. And I've actually found a little bit more. Went to the shops today and look what I found. Oh, a nice little twin pack of Irving and the recycling car. And I have got 4 of these. 4 brand spanking new, and guess how much these were each? I'm pretty sure you're going to know this. Well, that's the shop selling the chuggers really cheap, and if I go down, there is the price, $5 each. That is amazing for what this toy is, and I know if you hop online you'll see it for $20, $25 easily. And what's really amazing is where the shop is, just a few shops along, there's a toy shop and it's selling these sorts of toys, and they're for 20 bucks, and you think, whoa, just around the corner are $5 versions of the same thing. It really is amazing to see. To give you a feel what $5 will buy you in the toy stores in Australia, in Kmart Australia, a single fighter pod, there's 2 little tiny figures in there and 1 fighter pod for $5. A Lego minifigure series 6 and 7 are $5 each. And also a high performance Hot Wheels car, which is better than the average, is also $5, and all that is quoting their full retail price in Kmart Australia. And that's also a little bit of a hint into a video that I'm producing at the moment, which will look into a whole series of toys which are sold in Australia. Just when you thought the crazies were over and I had no more Thomas stuff to show you, just let me lift up this black piece of wood here and let me gently go back, and I'm going to show you something that I will be handing out as a random act of kindness to someone who has won in this giveaway. What there is here is of course the Thomas Bachmann. It's a beautiful model. It really is one of the all-time best Thomas models about. Troublesome truck number 1, troublesome truck number 2, and troublesome truck number 3. This is a beautiful prize, and like I said, it's going to go out to someone. You're not going to know this is coming to you. It's a total surprise. And maybe in the future we'll have what we'll call random acts of kindness. I don't think there's any rules against that. Hey, look everybody, there's Thomas. But you know what, if I pull back, guess what you're going to see? You're going to see another crazy random act of kindness. Somebody who has won in this giveaway will receive this as a total surprise. And of course, what it is the Bachmann Percy. It is a fantastic rendition of that character, possibly the best. The oil tank and the tar car, because we want Percy to be really useful. Again, this will be attached to one of the prizes that I give out, and it will be a total secret. And maybe if you're excited, you can put a video up on YouTube and say, hey, look what was in my prize package. What was the old saying about green? It's not easy being green. And isn't number 3 a prime number? Aren't they really important? Of course, we know who this is. We know what 3 and green are related to in the Thomas fraternity. If I go back, you're going to see the last of what I'll call the random acts of kindness. Somebody who has won in this contest, when they open up their package from me, and of course it's the stuff that you've chosen, that you've seen, that I've showed you in this video, will also receive Henry the Green Engine. And in a way, it's a bit like saying, well, thanks for waiting. You know, it's been a long time to get this giveaway. Phew, I said the right word. I hope I said contests previously. This giveaway finished because it seemed to take forever. Please take me home. I promise to behave. I do. I promise to run around on the track for you. Please, please, please. If you remember, I pulled together a bunch of Tobys, and what this has now become is a 4th prize. And this is going to a YouTuber who took a gamble and entered an excellent entry right at the start of the contest. Knapford Master 98, you're the new owner of this amazing Toby prize, and I will explain why. Your Butch entry was well spoken, some personal history was in there were some good toy details, and also, more importantly, you had pointed out some of the small faults with one of the toys. Considering there were no other entries there to compare to, you did an amazingly good job. Congratulations on winning what is basically 4th prize. 3rd prize goes to an entry which had a character who was rarely seen in the giveaway. The entry is full of great details. Thomas Mania 24, well done. Your collection of Bullstrodes has earned you 3rd place. One of the few entries shot outside. I certainly love seeing the pool scenes you used with Bullstrode. 2nd prize goes to an amazing collection. Very obvious, this person has a passion for Percy. It's a collection which amazed anybody who saw it. To Mix N Scale 89, congratulations. Considering your entry had so much to show, you did it so well in a very short time. There was a really interesting mix of all different styles of Percy. Fantastic entry, thank you. Now first place, and sometimes doing something totally different, is the key to success. This entry is also notable because other entries were mimicking and cloning its style. The YouTuber Tropical Fish Swim has won because he took a risk by entering a rock. Not just any rock, it's Boulder from the classic episode Rusty and the Boulder. Your entry has won because it was so different and outstanding to all other entries in this giveaway. Okay, for those in a list of winners who can pick a prize to the value of say $30 to $40, it's first in, best dressed. My priority of mailing out will be whoever contacts me first. Remembering I require your full mailing information and please include country. Please send a list of what you'd like and your mailing address to my channel mailbox. If I don't hear from you, I will regard that as you're not interested in a prize. Also remember that shipping from Australia can take some time, so please don't badger me about where is my prize. Anyway, thanks to all who participated in this giveaway, and I'm really sorry that it dragged on for so long. Okay, goodbye.